You've got dollars to spend, and you need a cartridge that will get the job done without compromise. But here's the cold, hard truth. The firearms industry thrives on hype, pushing shiny new calibers that promise miracles while your hard-earned money disappears. What if I told you the real power players, the ones that have filled freezers and defended families for over a century, are often overlooked? We're talking about rounds that defy the marketing machine, proven legends that still outperform many modern innovations. These aren't just historical footnotes. They are workhorses that represent incredible value and unwavering reliability. But the real danger isn't just picking the wrong caliber. It's believing that you need to spend a fortune to get top-tier performance. What happens when the chips are down and your budget-friendly choice has to deliver? You need to know what truly works and what's a waste of your valuable resources. The real test is yet to come. He had no idea that a cartridge designed by Paul Mauser in 1892 would become the blueprint for modern efficiency, a round that would shame the United States military during the Spanish-American War. This isn't just history, it's a lesson in ballistic dominance. We're talking about a .284 caliber projectile, often with a 2.244-inch casing. While SAMI specs neuter it to 51,000 psi for antique rifles, the real secret lies in modern bolt actions, like a Winchester or CZ. For handloaders, pushing it to 58,000 psi with a 160-grain Nosler partition transforms it into a surgical instrument. You're looking at muzzle velocities around 2,600 to 2,700 feet per second, delivering legendary penetration. There's a reason WDM Bell harvested over 1,000 elephants with this round. It's not about screaming velocity, it's about sectional density and surgical precision. Recoil is a soft, rolling push, a stark contrast to the sharp snap of a modern Magnum. Factory ammunition can run from $35 to $65 for a box of 20, a small price for such proven performance. Compared to many high-velocity, lighter bullet cartridges, the 7x57mm Mauser simply ignores bone and tissue, driving deep where it counts. It's the ultimate example of results over muzzle blast, a true heritage round that still works. What happened next would defy every expectation for a wildcat. Born from Ned Roberts' genius in the 1920s and later standardized by Remington in 1934, the 257 Roberts took the 7mm Mauser case and necked it down to .25 caliber. The result? The most accurate and effective deer slayer for the American woods, especially for those sensitive to recoil. Its case length sits at 2.233 inches. The real trick, though, is finding +P designated loads, which bump the pressure to 58,000 psi. This allows the bob to step out of the shadow of the .243 Winchester, handling 100 to 120 grain bullets with ease. Muzzle velocities for a 100 grain bullet typically range from 2,900 to 3,000 feet per second. This round is flat shooting enough for open plains, but carries enough thump for dense hardwoods, making it the gold standard for new or recoil-sensitive shooters. Ammunition can be a bit of a detective hunt, often $40 to $70 for 20 rounds. But for the reloader, the value is undeniable. It's a quarter-bore masterpiece that, in my testing, consistently outshoots many of the newer, more expensive options. Don't let its polite nature fool you. The 257 Roberts delivers devastating terminal performance without punishing your shoulder. He had no idea that a cartridge adopted by the Army in 1873 would experience a massive renaissance over a century later. The 4570 government is a straight-walled beast that simply refuses to retire, a true thumper. We're talking about a .45 caliber slug, originally pushed by 70 grains of black powder. In 2026, it's the darling of the tactical lever gun movement. But you need to understand its tiers. Tier 1 is for antique trapdoor rifles, keeping pressure around 18,000 psi. Tier 2, for modern lever guns like Marlin 1895s or Henrys, allows for pressures up to 40,000 psi. But the real danger and the real power is Tier 3, reserved for strong actions like the Ruger No. 1, pushing pressures up to 50,000 pounds per square inch. Here, it becomes a dangerous game hammer, capable of stopping a charging grizzly. With 300 to 500 grain bullets moving between 1,500 and 2,000 feet per second, its trajectory is like a thrown brick. But within 150 yards, it's a freight train. It ignores brush and foliage that would deflect a high-speed 6.5 Creedmoor. Ammunition prices vary wildly, from $30 for cowboy loads to $100 for premium, dangerous game loads. For thick timber or swamps, this is the only insurance policy you need. A raw, unadulterated force that delivers when everything else fails. What came next would shock everyone. A round that predated the long-range craze by decades. In 1959, Winchester unleashed the .264 Magnum, built on a belted case for the Model 70 Westerner. This round was designed to reach out across canyons, pushing a .264 caliber bullet at speeds over 3,200 feet per second. Muzzle energy can easily exceed 3,000 foot-pounds. While it earned a reputation as a barrel burner with old powders, modern slow-burning propellants have largely mitigated that issue. This is a specialist's cartridge, not something you'll find at every gas station. Ammunition is pricier, often $60 to $100 for 20 rounds, and reloading is almost a necessity to unlock its full potential and value. But let's be clear. The .264 Magnum actually outperforms the 6.5 PRC and leaves the Creedmoor in its dust. If you want a 6.5 caliber that truly earns the Magnum title stamped on its head, this is the king of open country. It delivers flat trajectories and immense energy on target, making it ideal for long-range hunting where every foot-pound of energy counts. The cost of entry is higher, but the performance payoff is undeniable for the dedicated long-range hunter. He had no idea that a cartridge introduced in 1906 would become the ultimate secret weapon for filling freezers. While everyone else argued over .30-30 Winchester versus .30-06, smart hunters quietly carried the .35 Remington. This rimless, bottleneck design, perfectly suited for lever actions like the Marlin 336, throws a massive .358 diameter bullet. Muzzle velocities typically hover around 2,000 feet per second, with 150 to 200 grain bullets. The real test is its terminal performance. Compared to the .30-30, the .35 Remington offers a much larger frontal area and superior knockdown energy. It's a specialized, short-range powerhouse. In dense woods, where shots are usually under 75 yards, this round anchors deer and black bears instantly. It doesn't zip through. It dumps every foot-pound of energy right into the vitals. The industry tried to replace it with cartridges like the .35 Whelen or .35 Federal, but the .35 Remington just keeps ticking, a testament to its effectiveness. Ammunition is generally available from major manufacturers, costing around $40 to $60 for 20 rounds. If you find a rifle chambered in this at a pawn shop, don't ask questions, buy it. It's a piece of American history that feels right at home in a flannel jacket, and it will deliver meat in the freezer without fail. What happened next would defy every trend. A century-old cartridge that refuses to die. The .30-06 Springfield, cutting its teeth as a U.S. service cartridge, has spent the last 100 years proving its worth on whitetail, mule deer, elk, moose, and black bear. This isn't marketing hype. It's a track record built in the field. With common factory loads in the 150 to 180 grain range, you are looking at roughly 2,700 to 2,900 feet per second, generating near or over 2,900 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle. This translates to a flat enough trajectory for normal hunting distances and plenty of punch for bigger bodies. Zero a 165 grain bullet at 200 yards, and you can expect about 7 to 8 inches of drop at 300 yards. Compared to the .308 Winchester, it offers slightly more energy past 300 yards. While the 6.5 Creedmoor might drift less, its energy on big bone is significantly lower. The 30-06 sits in the money spot. Enough speed and mass to break tough angles on elk and moose without beating you up like the big Magnums. Recoil in an 8-pound rifle is roughly 18 to 20 foot-pounds, manageable with a good pad. It delivers predictable performance, and predictability fills freezers. So there you have it. 8 cartridges that refuse to die because they simply work. Each one offers a unique blend of history, performance, and undeniable value. For the hunter seeking surgical precision, the 7x57mm Mauser is a quiet giant. If you need a versatile workhorse that can be found anywhere, the 30-06 Springfield is your unwavering champion, delivering consistent performance for a fair price. My pick for the ultimate budget-friendly, hard-hitting woods gun, the 35 Remington. It's a specialized short-range powerhouse that anchors game instantly without fail. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these heritage rounds still holds a place in your rifle rack, and why? Let me know in the comments below.